Alto Goldfield goes to the Ortigia Academy of Magic, and he is not a very good student there. He often fails at his magic summons and is in danger of being held back an entire school year. All of the other students are really great at magic, especially summoning, so Alto must find a way to improve his skill and grades. After some investigation, he manages to find an ancient book that has many spells. He tries to perform a summoning several times, but now with the book he can finally do it. Alto performs the spell, and this time it works, and he summons a familiar called Vermeil. She is summoned in the form of a naked demon girl. Vermeil sees Alto, and in an instant, she kisses him on the lips, draining him of his mana. Alto is weakened because she took his mana, but she tells him that she will serve him forever, as he was the one who released her from the prison she was held in for many years. Vermeil then tries to seduce Alto, and while her advances are very tempting for him, he manages to refuse her. He doesn't want to start a relationship with a demon just like that. She is still naked, so Alto gives her the dress and shoes that belong to his sister. Alto realizes that now he can brag in class that he managed to summon a familiar, but they need to conceal her identity as a demon. Vermeil agrees to hide her true nature, so she finds a way to hide her horns and also the tail. Now at first glance, she actually looks like an ordinary beautiful girl. Alto brings her to class, and their conflict starts to happen. Alto has a childhood friend called Lilia, and she is very jealous about any girl spending time with Alto. When she sees Alto with Vermeil, she loses her mind and gets really angry. Lilia goes up to Alto and Vermeil and challenges both of them to a duel with Lilia and her familiar. Her familiar is called Sylpede, and it's very dangerous in battle. Alto gets very scared as he has never been in a duel. Also, if Lilia wins this duel, Vermeil will have to stay away from Alto, and if Lilia loses, then she will have to fulfill one wish from Alto. The duel begins, and Sylpede goes on a powerful offensive with a barrage of wind attacks. Vermeil blocks all of the attacks with ease, and then uses her own magic to make Lilia become so aroused that she cannot fight anymore. Lilia is ashamed that she was defeated so easily, but she wants to be fair. Alto comes up to her and tells her that his wish is for her and Vermeil to become friends and get along. Later in the day, Vermeil talks with Alto and reveals that Lilia is in love with him. Alto doesn't believe this, as he is very insecure and he thinks that Lilia is out of his league. Vermeil then proceeds to once again kiss Alto and drain him of his mana. Vermeil then tells him that if she doesn't drain him every now and then, she will become so weak she will disappear. Vermeil also reveals that if they had sex, she would absorb much more mana, and that would be a much better method. She then tries to once again seduce Alto, but he refuses her advances and tells her that for now they will just keep kissing. Alto tries to continue going to his magic school and balance his new relationship with demon girl Vermeil. Soon he and the rest of his schoolmates discover just how powerful she is. One day at school, a dragon gets loose and starts to cause chaos all around the school. Vermeil then faces off against the dragon, and with a single small flick of her finger, she punches the dragon out of the orbit. Everyone is surprised at her strength. Alto then tells her that she should be more careful, as they don't want to draw unnecessary attention from the school staff or the students. The owner of the dragon and its big brother is revealed to be a person named Rex. He shows up at the school angry about what happened to his dragon, so he tells everyone that he will attack them with his own familiar. His familiar is a giant dinosaur that seems very dangerous. Alto is challenged to a duel with Rex, and Vermeil decides to help her owner. She charges Alto's mana to the maximum, which allows him to have more power, and the duel doesn't last long. Alto wins with ease, as he has grown in strength a lot. Later that day, Alto and Vermeil talk about their goals. Alto dreams of being the most powerful mage in the land, and Vermeil decides that she will help him achieve this goal at all cost. The following day, Alto, Vermeil, and Lilia meet up with their friends who are called Cheryl and Marks. After spending some time together, they all get an invite from the headmaster of the school. When they arrive in the headmaster's office, they are given a special mission and competition. Whoever can find a special flower from the forest first will be the class representative. This is a very important position for any future mage that wants to make a name for themselves. The students all race to find that flower. In the commotion, Marks falls down and gets attacked by a plant that eats humans. Cheryl saves him, but this slows both of them down the race. The other students finally manage to find the flower, but it's being guarded by a Cerberus monster. Lilia uses an invisibility potion to move past the monster. She has to get rid of her clothes to be truly invisible, and the Cerberus heads start to notice her. Alto and Vermeil then join and knock one of the Cerberus heads. Lilia gets the flower, but the potion wears off. She is embarrassed because she is totally naked. Lilia loses the flower while trying to get the clothes, and Cheryl gets her hands on it. She wins the challenge, and everyone congratulates her. Vermeil starts to experience ordinary things other people do. She eats normal food for the first time. The students are also introduced to the dragon riders and their leader Chris. Later in the school day, Cheryl tells Lilia that she should finally admit her feelings to Alto and start a relationship. Lilia doesn't want to, as she thinks that Alto likes Vermeil. Lilia also starts to wonder if Vermeil is even human. Vermeil doesn't understand human customs, so she follows Alto in the boys' locker room. Vermeil then enters the shower with Alto and tries to seduce him once more. Chris and Rex have a fight and Rex is banished from the Dragon Riders. Alto doesn't like how Chris treated Rex, so he goes and challenges Chris to a fight. Chris accepts and she then calls upon her dragon and Vermeil again charges Alto with mana. Chris fires a spell at them that destroys Alto's magic crystals. Vermeil is also wounded when she tries to block the blast. Chris then flies up in the sky with her dragon and celebrates her victory. Vermeil then charges Alto once again and they create a giant crystal construct. With this construct, they jump on Chris and her dragon, and with a crystal weapon, they get her to surrender. Because of his victory, Alto becomes really popular at the Magic Academy, especially with the girls. Lilia gets even more jealous and Professor Obsidian tells Alto to not get too confident. After the duel, Chris apologizes to Rex. Vermeil tries to seduce Alto again and she tells him that she loves him. Alto goes to talk to the teacher and there he learns that demons only want romance with humans because of mana. Alto then gets angry at Vermeil for lying to him about her feelings, but she kisses him without draining his mana. It is also revealed that Obsidian has evil plans and is attacking the students and doing experiments on them. Alto has to measure Vermeil's body, which leads to some uncomfortable moments. Vermeil is being more open about her true feelings and Lilia is spying on them. Suddenly, Rex attacks Chris with his mutated dinosaur familiar. It seems that Rex has been possessed and changed. Years ago, Chris summoned a dinosaur and Chris was the one who helped him raise the creature. Chris thought it was a dragon egg. In the present, Vermeil and Alto start getting closer and she starts to show her affection in public. Rex keeps attacking Chris without mercy and her fire spells are not doing anything to damage him. He then starts to transform his body, but Alto, Vermeil, and his brother arrive just in time. Rex admits that he wants vengeance and Alto is also his target. The student council president arrived and she knocked out Rex and his dinosaur. The exam period is arriving and Vermeil has to run some errands. Lilia is left alone to study with Alto. Vermeil meets with Obsidian and tells him that she knows that he has been attacking the students. She tells him to stop, but he injects her with something that starts to hurt her and Vermeil starts to release dark energy. The whole school feels this and Alina goes to the scene, but is attacked by a monster the Obsidian created. Alto also rushes to the scene, but when he arrives, Vermeil transforms into a monster that will destroy everything. Alina is still fighting the monster, but it's difficult as it keeps regenerating. Obsidian also uses a magic chain to control Vermeil and use her for his own goals. Alto and Lilia try to stop this, but Obsidian is too strong. He reveals that he has been injecting students with a serum to change them into demons, but now he has a real demon under his control. Vermeil manages to break her chain and attack Obsidian, but Alto protects Obsidian. Vermeil by accident stabs Alto. She goes into a rage and attacks Obsidian once more, but Alto doesn't allow it. He tells her that she must not kill anyone. Vermeil manages to return to her normal form and heal Alto. Obsidian is angry and then injects himself with his serum and morphs into a giant demon beast. Vermeil manages to defeat him pretty easy and he runs away. While Obsidian is flying away, Chris shoots him and then Vermeil knocks him out totally. Obsidian gets arrested and all the students are harmed wake up. Vermeil tells Alto that to heal him she had to bound their life forces together. Now if one of them dies, the other dies as well. Vermeil becomes more distant because she is ashamed of her demon form. Alto tells her that it doesn't matter and he kisses her. That's it for today's video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. That's it for today, and I'm Fans, and I'll see you all in the next video.